All right, guys, so we got to cover an interesting story involving our favorite politician, Miss Maxine Waters, aka Miss Mad Maxine, who went mad on her constituents doing an event in which some people who happen to be homeless showed up to an event thinking that they could get Section 8 housing vouchers after being misled from social media posts about what the event was actually about, right? And Miss Maxine Waters was scheduled to be at the event. And again, people showed up, a lot of whom were homeless, basically looking for vouchers. And when they weren't getting those vouchers, they had questions, right? They had questions for Miss Maxine Waters. And apparently Miss Maxine Waters wasn't in the mood to answer questions. You know what politicians are supposed to do? Answer questions from their constituents, okay? And she got so upset and angry with these homeless people that she actually told them to go home, right? She told homeless people to go home, right? You can imagine how that went over with her constituents. It didn't go over well, okay? And all this stuff was caught on video, right? Her snapping on her constituents. And it was so bad that she actually tried to threaten a reporter, really, in order to not get the story published, okay? So with that being said, I want to talk about it. I'm going to show you guys a video, but before we get into that, I just want to let you guys know if you like my channel and you want to support my channel, you can do so using the links in the description below. You can support the Patreon, you can support the PayPal, you can support the merch. There are multiple ways to support the channel if you would like to do so. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play the video of Miss Mad Maxine Waters snapping on her homeless constituents for simply trying to ask her questions. Take a look.
Did they move another location where they're taking abs? Is there any more locations than this one?
No, it might have been just so many people out here.
1 minute. I want everybody to go home. And I want
we don't got no home. Okay. That's why we here. Miss Waters, get home. We gonna go too.
Yeah. Just a moment.
Just a moment.
Nothing is going to happen here today. Nothing is going to happen anymore today.
What about these names?
What we're gonna? Well, that's what we give.
Well, can you leave mine?
Excuse me.
Can you leave?
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. And so I will be downtown with Lassa. I will get the housing authority. That's why they came out here today. I made them come out here. And I'm going to go.
And you need to know why they're failing, because Blanca Jimenez repeated, we gave her several meeting requests for you concerning this in Lassa for years.
Well,
and now they're sitting
there's
here.
Nobody in Washington who works for their people in a harder than I do.
I believe you.
I don't want to hear that.
I believe you. So can we finish though? Work with me.
No.
Work with me so we can house people. That's what I'm doing.
I do every day.
What you do every day? I'm still on the damn street.
The money that you got
She's 7 years, she doesn't pass it out.
in Washington, D.C. I will continue to work. I will get the information. I will no more vouchers today.
There were never no vouchers.
Bruh, that's bad, right? That's a bad look for a politician, okay? Like, imagine how tone deaf you have to be to tell homeless people to go home, right? Did you guys not notice? There was like, we ain't got no home, right? How are we supposed to go home? Where are we supposed to go? We're here because we're homeless. We're here because we're looking for these vouchers, right? But again, tone deaf Maxine Waters, whom, again, you know, hey, she can't really relate because she makes millions of dollars being a politician, okay, finessing her own people. Hey, she's like, whatever, right? She just assumes. She don't really care, okay? And, yeah, that went off the rails. That went all the way off the rails. And, again, it's a bad look for a politician to say something like that on camera, to be caught saying something like that on camera, and then to snap and to say that you work effing harder than anybody else for the people or whatever she said. It's not a good look, okay? It doesn't show that she has the temperament to actually be in office, the position that she's in, okay? These are the same people that complain about Trump and his temperament. Look what happened when Maxine Waters was pressured, where she was pressed by her own constituents, okay? She lost her cool, okay? Told the homeless to go home. Wow, incredible stuff. So apparently, this was such a bad look that Maxine Waters warned a reporter over the story and said, quote unquote, you will hurt yourself. Again, to me, that sounds like a threat. So let's read about this. Representative Maxine Waters tried to stop the publication of a news story about Los Angeles homeless crisis this week, reportedly telling a Los Angeles News Times scribe, "You'll hurt yourself in the community trying to put this together." Okay, so what does that mean? You'll hurt yourself in the community trying to put this together. Specifically, you'll hurt yourself. What is she saying? That to me sounds like a threat. Right? That to me sounds like a threat. Maxine must think she Hillary, right? She must think she Hillary, okay? Because, allegedly, Hillary, the Clintons, I ain't gonna really go into much details about it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? Let's put it this way. If you're a journalist, a prominent journalist, you might want to be careful about running certain stories about the Clintons, okay? Just be careful, okay? And it seems like Maxine is kind of acting like a Clinton here, okay? When it comes to this reporter telling them that you'll hurt yourself if you put out this story that makes me look bad, okay? But the good thing is I'm not afraid of Maxine. So, I'm going to talk about it, right? The Wednesday story by investigative reporter Connor Sheets detailed a March 25th incident in South Los Angeles where hundreds of homeless people tried to obtain Section 8 housing vouchers after being misled by social media rumors. The would-be applicants crashed an event held by nonprofit advocacy group Fathers and Mothers Who Care, which had been meant to help the unhoused obtain emergency shelter. The confusion reportedly overwhelmed the nonprofit as well as Los Angeles Housing Service Authority workers who told the unexpected arrivals that they would only be able to provide their information and enter an emergency housing database. At one point, Waters told the crowd, "I want everybody to go home," triggering an angry response. I mean, look, I'll be angry as well too if I showed up to a place thinking that we're going to get, vouchers or whatever, and they just say, "Hey, you got to put your name in a database that we can't really help you," especially as a homeless person. We don't got no home. That's why we're here. One member of the crowd yelled back, according to the LA Times, "What home we gonna go to?" Waters reportedly responded by laughing and saying, "Nothing is going to happen here today." Okay, so she's laughing in the face of homeless people who are searching for housing, right? Again, this is the politicians that these people vote for, okay? Soon after, Waters appeared to grow frustrated by a question from a local housing advocacy nonprofit. "Excuse me, there's nobody in Washington who works for their people any effing harder than I do," she said. "I don't want to hear this. No, no, no." One homeless disabled woman, Joyce Burnett, told the Times that Waters instructed the crowd to come back to the South Angeles office the following Tuesday with appropriate documents. Quote, "Maxine Waters was here, and she said to come back Tuesday with our paperwork filled out. Burnett said, I have it, everything they asked for, but every time we get near the front of the line, they shut the door. They opened the door in about 20 minutes ago and said they're not servicing anyone else today." When contacted by the LA Times Tuesday, Waters requested the story not be published, saying it's a bunch of rumors. Bruh, we have it on video. I literally just showed you guys the video of her snapping. But it's a rumor there. She didn't know it was recorded. Kid, you see how she just lie? You see how these people just lie, okay? They just lie, right? It's insane. Quote, "You hurt yourself in the community trying to put this together without background," she told Sheets. According to the report, "I don't want you to start trying to write it. You won't understand it." Blanca Jimenez, Waters district director, responded to questions from the outlet by providing a link to a local news station's glowing coverage of Waters' appearance at the Friday event, along with the image of Waters addressing the crowd. Someone shared this photo with the office. Jimenez wrote, "Isn't she brave?" Waters' office did not immediately respond to the post request for comment. Bruh, ain't that funny, bro? Ain't that hilarious? How Maxine Waters basically tried to threaten a reporter to not publish a story that makes her look bad. Okay, this tells you how corrupt a lot of these politicians are. I mean, instead of actually answering the questions, they point you to the direction of a local TV station's bias coverage in which, they make Maxine Waters look great. Look at Maxine Waters out here helping out the homeless, right? But they don't talk about how Maxine Waters, when pressed from the homeless in terms of why they're not getting their vouchers, she snaps on them, right? I know it's not Maxine Waters' fault that these homeless people were misled. But in a situation like that, you're talking to your constituents. You're talking to the people who vote for you. And you have to have a certain amount of respect and composure in those situations. Okay, I understand it's heated, but you can't react the way she reacted. And then after that, threaten reporters for basically reporting on the fact that you snapped on these homeless people. But at the end of the day, I look at it like this. This is what you vote for, right? I understand that LA has a housing crisis, right? Housing is damn near unaffordable there, okay? It's damn near unaffordable. I couldn't imagine paying some of the prices that some of these people are paying out there for houses, okay? Couldn't imagine it, right? This is why I like to live in the South, right? This is why I want to stay in the South, because it's affordable to live here, okay? It's affordable to live here. I'm not paying $1 million for a little shack, okay, which is basically what you pay in LA if you want to get a decent place. So I understand why some of these homeless people are upset and frustrated. But again, why do you vote for people like Maxine Waters? I don't understand how in the world every election cycle comes up, she still gets elected each and every time, and she's winning by large margins, right? Large margins. How in the world is that possible? How in the world is that possible? We know she's corrupt. We know she don't give a damn about her constituents. You just saw right there. She's not getting anything done for them. Nothing has changed for them since she's been in office. But yet, they still keep voting for her. Why is that? Because she's a black woman? Right? Is that why you keep voting for her? But again, you get what you vote for. I only can feel so bad for people who vote for this type of stuff. But who knows? I mean, these people are homeless. Maybe they're not voting. I don't know. Maybe they are. Who knows? All I'm saying is that if you're upset about Maxine Waters and the things that she's done, okay, or the lack of things she's done, then you got to vote her out. It makes no sense whatsoever for her to be damn near, 80 years old, been in Congress for literally a millennia, and she's still winning elections. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.